If you follow our Instagram or YouTube channel, by now you'd know we've got an unhealthy addiction of turning Pokédex into gaming consoles. Our next build follows those similar lines, but with a small quirky difference. This time, we're not using a Pokédex console, but something a little different. If you haven't guessed it already, we're taking a genuine Nintendo Pokemon keyring and turning it into a mini gaming console. This genuine keyring measures approximately a quarter of the size of the original Pokédex console. With a width of 2 inches by 1 inch and a quarter of inch thick, we had our hands tied on what console we could use to fill the internals of this shell. This original keyring was able to be opened up and featured small stickers within the internals. However, our first dilemma was the internals of the keychain. With just over 1 inch in length and 1 inch wide by 1/8 of an inch thick, our options were very limited. And wanting to make this console as functional as possible, we only had one option. A standard Raspberry Pi just wouldn't fit, so we turned to Tiny Circuit's mini Gameboy for the solution. The first part of the build involved filing out the internals of the shell, and then manufacturing a front plate which would go around the original console. Even the Tiny Circuit's mini Gameboy wouldn't fit, so the rear internals of the shell were removed and replaced with a micro battery and a new rear backplate. The original power switch was located on the top of the console, and this wouldn't be an option. So the side of the Pokédex was filed out and a micro switch was added. Our next dilemma in this build was relocating the micro USB charging slot. So it was extended using a USB-C adapter and a new faceplate was molded. More ROMs can now be added to the micro console as well as it being recharged. Now the question you've all been asking yourselves, does the console actually function? If you're familiar with the original Tiny Circuit's Game Boy, you know gameplay was almost impossible. So converting this console into a mini Pokédex made it that slightly more manageable. Well, it just proves, with a little bit of ingenuity, some imagination, and a lot of spare time, you too can create the world's smallest Pokédex. Enjoyed this video? Now's the perfect time to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for plenty more incredible Pokédex consoles coming soon.